Crank up the internet. There we go. Now it's coming up.
Crank up the volume too.
You don't get that service. Very good. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another regularly scheduled meeting of the Souderton Area School District Board of School Directors. As always, thanks for being here. A couple of housekeeping reminders as always. Number one, this is a recorded meeting. It's available for rebroadcast on Comcast Channel 28 as well as Verizon Channel 46. There are two public comment periods as per usual. One is for items on the agenda. One is for items not on the agenda. As a reminder, there's a 3-minute time allowance for folks taking to the podium. Also remind you something I haven't shared in several years, but I do plan to share now and continuing in the future. Many of views expressed in this room you don't agree with, and that's okay. Like, it's your choice to say what's on your mind and your comments. Others have their choice as well. So that's always afforded us a good outcome here in Souderton. So I hope we can keep that going. You have the right, others have the right as well. With that in mind, would you please rise and join me for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the United States of America, to the republic one nation under God. Roll call, Mr. Taylor. Mr. Barnes, here. Mr. Braun, present. Mr. Peter Hopper. Here. Mr. Jason. Here. Mr. Formichael. Here. Mr. Seaton. Here. Mr. Hussain. Here. Ms. Wheeler. Here. Ms. Swisser. Here. And we have a forum. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Dr. Gallagher, I'm going to turn it to you for one of our favorite parts of people, which is when we talk about student recognition and application.
Yeah, tonight we have, tonight we are recognizing our National Merit Scholars. And I'm going to turn it to Dr. Braun for introducing our scholars this year, and we'll take it from there. Dr. Braun.
Thank you. Just review these certificates real quickly. Okay, thank you. First, happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you.
And I just want to take this moment as this actual calendar year is ending. I want to thank our upper administration and our school board for all of their support for our school district, especially at the high school. We feel well supported to afford our kids many, many opportunities. So thank you for your volunteer service to our board members, and welcome to our new board members tonight. So tonight, we do our annual recognition of our National Merit Scholar students at the high school. The National Merit Scholars are among the nation's top academic students. They have earned this recognition. First, our semifinalists then commended for their outstanding performance among the top in the country on their 11th grade PSAT. So these are all seniors here tonight who would have taken the PSAT last year. Very noteworthy is their recognition. So first, we'll start with our semifinalists. We have two of them. First is Pranati Jamalamadaka. Pranati, come on up. And Noah Utane. Noah. Congratulations, Noah. And provided that they submit their paperwork, which I'm sure they already did or will do, they will become finalists. I don't believe in any kind of jinxes here. That is just the way it goes. So congratulations to them. And next are our commended students, and this is the end of the road for them, but nonetheless, an outstanding distinction. Sean Bagley is not here this evening. Niharika Inimamputi. Pranil Jamalatika. I think I got the Latin name right. That one. Sawyer Jones. Matthew Kennedy. Gabriel Walkenegger. Ria Mehta is not here this evening. Navya Visaraju. And our final commended student is Kelvin, our final commended student, Kelvin Zhang.
Dr. Rondo, a few words, please. Could you just take a minute to give people a background, what it means to be a National Merit Scholar? What that is all about, please?
Surely it is based upon their score on their 11th grade PSAT. So these students scored among the top in the country. The PSAT is like the practice SAT. Many of these students, I'm assuming, took it in 10th grade and 11th grade. The PSAT enables them to get all kinds of information on how to do better on the actual SAT from the College Board, et cetera. So they would have scored relative to other people in the country among the top in the entire country. I believe the finalists are among the top 16,000 scores in the country. I'm not sure of the exact proportion for the commended students, but the finalists typically are among the top 16,000 scores in 11th grade in the entire country. So it's based upon that. They submit their paperwork, they get recognized. It looks really good on the college application, and it may bring them some significant scholarship money when they decide what schools they're going to.
That's awesome. I think. Yeah, we're going to come back to you in a minute, but we have a tradition here as well. You're all backed by certain individuals, moms and dads and friends and guardians. If you're a parent, please stand. I thank you for the encouragement. I thank you for the drive and motivation. When they were down, needed a little encouragement, you were there for sure. And when they were up, you celebrate where they were. So thank you for being a part of their journey and helping them get where they are today. Thank you so much. All right, students, spotlight over to you. I don't know if wow, I don't even know the right words. Best of the best is really what you are. You did us proud. Thank you so much. We get the chance to see students come up all the time for excelling in an area, whether it's academics or arts or athletics. And it's just wonderful to see, but you simply are some of the best and brightest in the entire nation. And I just don't have the words to express how awesome that is. Short of thank you. Thank you for working hard. Thanks for pushing yourselves. Probably sacrificing some things along the way. I would imagine you had to give up a few things, but I just can't say wow enough and thank you. You're just amazing students. Dr. Gallagher?
Yeah, first I want to point out that just today at the final workshop, I met Matthew Kennedy, didn't I? And I connected with him immediately because Matthew Kennedy, like Frank Gallagher, is Irish. And he moved here from Ireland in 9th grade, right? Eighth grade. He has his brother's club. I shared with him the 4 counties my family's from, and he shared where he's from, and it was great meeting you today, and I'm not surprised that you're up here tonight. I've met some of you before also, and here's what I'm going to say on behalf of the board. We can't wait to see what you do next. And we're sure we're gonna see you up there again throughout the year.
No doubt, Dr. Gallagher, folks, again, just amazing, great job. So my fellow board members, can I have a motion to recognize these students, please? Moved. Second. Moved by Mr. Brown, second by Mr. Booth. All those in favor, aye. Folks, once again, you're fantastic. We invite you to come by, just congratulate them. Thank you.
Great job. Like with our hands on set. To be nervous, it's like
Watch late night TV, might have heard it, but wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. So, student spotlight. We have a representative here tonight.
Student spotlight. That is not. We're gonna ask Mr. Franz. Student spotlight tonight is the Unified Strength and Conditioning Team that we started this year in SOUDERTON. And I'm gonna let Mr. Franz start that spotlight to me.
You run as fast as you possibly can. The fastest time you run it. Ready? You're giving it all. Faster than you ever ran before. Ready, set, go. Fastest, fastest, fastest. Good job, good job, good job. This is the first year that we have Unified Strength and Conditioning, and it's a great program. The unified students and athletes work together with their partners as they've been building friendships and working out with their strength and agility, getting better and stronger every day. So it's a lot of fun. Our first meet is coming up, and there's, I believe, 6 other schools in the area that we'll compete with throughout the season. So we're really excited for a new sport in the district.
What I love about strength and conditioning is you will make like good friends, and my favorite part is like doing the activities we do here.
Lift arms. And arms down, stand up. Sit down in a chair, arms up. Yeah, you got it.
I enjoy strength and conditioning because I made a lot of good friends and I love hanging out with the kids. And it's a great experience to go out and have fun after school and good activities. My favorite thing to do for strength and conditioning is I like doing the bicep curls. It's like eating ice cream.
Unified strength conditioning is so fun. We get to encourage our teammates, work our bodies together. It's awesome.
Thank you, Henry. Folks, we've had a great unified program. It's been recognized many times over, and this is just a continuation of that program. Mr. Rothwell, your son was here last month with one of the athletes, did extremely well in the lifting category. So glad to see it continuing, and I'm sure we'll see more from them in the future. Gallagher, any further comments on that?
I should recognize Mr. Rothwell. He is the Booster Club president or Unified.
You're not going to mention that the coach's last name is Gallagher.
Well, I'm gonna not set up, but I couldn't tell it was right there.
All right, now we're gonna have our student spotlight representatives. Sorry.
Hi everyone, my name is Niharika and I'm a senior at the high school and I will be going over what happened this past month. Friday, November 21st was the inaugural International Culture Fest at the high school and it was a huge success. Ms. Christine Yardley and Miss Amanda DeVoli did a great job of guiding students to organize and lead the program. Thank you to all who participated. On December 2nd, SOUDERTON Area High School's Art for Social Change Club and the Indian Valley Character Counts Coalition hosted a Together We Grow event. This was an evening of mindful wellness through creation and art. Thank you to Ms. Sabrina Pistoria for all the time and effort she put into developing purposeful activities. Great job to the National Honor Society and advisors, Ms. Carrie Harris and Ms. Angela Wall, for their efforts devoted to helping the needy in our community through their holiday food drive. We raised thousands of food and there were also competitions. The same goes for Souderton High School's excellent nurses office, Bonnie Miller, Jen Kaufman, Kathy Holloway, and Kristen Penna, who collected money to support 40 families for the holidays. On Saturday, December 13th, over 200 community members attended the 6th annual Santa in the Greenhouse event at the high school. Everyone enjoyed making eco-friendly crafts and suet bird feeders, listening to jazz music provided by the high school students, eating homemade goodies, and seeing the big man Santa himself. Sales of the student-grown Christmas cacti and amaryllis, as well as wholesale purchase poinsettias and raffle basket tickets allowed SAFE to raise over $2,000 to support the greenhouse programs. Special shout out to Mrs. Wilson and Mr. Lawrence for their hard work and dedication. Lastly, the high school's tech department is currently running their annual winter workshop, a tradition dating back to the late 1990s. Every year before winter break, all first graders in the district visit the high school to participate in holiday tech fun. Our tech teachers and high school students truly keep this tradition alive. And I'll be passing it over to Sarah to talk about what will happen in sports.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah, and I'm a junior at the high school. I wanted to talk about sports going on at the high school. Winter sports kicked off on November 17th. Congrats to our cheerleading team as they qualified for states, and the girls and boys wrestling teams are off to another solid start as they look to reclaim their SOL title. Boys basketball, the defending SOL champion, has started 5-0, while the girls are currently 3-2. Boys and girls swim and dive are enjoying a nice start to their season with wins over Exterior and Plymouth and Whitemarsh. More things that are coming up at the high school include SAHS will host the Financial Realty Fair on Monday, December 22nd. That is before break, and then Souderton students are all on vacation from December 24th to January 4th. Happy holidays, everyone.
Thank you both. I think it goes without saying, we're probably looking forward to the break there. Like, coming up. Good they can come to us. Thanks so much for coming out and reporting. Appreciate it. Couple seconds here. Let's get a phone.
Mr. Keith, all, for his rendition. I just figured I'd raise a couple sunshine objections. On Tuesday evening around 7, when I looked at the posted agenda, I noticed there was an item in the first section that was titled changes to agenda, which is gone now. Prior precedent set by you is that agendas cannot be changed prior to a meeting within 24 hours. This change was made less than 24 hours prior to the start of the meeting. And on section 8.2, actually item 8.2, the minutes to be approved tonight are not attached and available for public inspection prior to the meeting. Therefore, they are not able to be approved as presented.
Thank you. It's noted.
Thank you.
John Waltenberger on multiple action items.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was going to be first. All right. So first, I would like to start by requesting that future policy updates that are posted include a color code key indicating what color means what. In the current proposed policy 005, you have some text in blue, some in red, and then some in another shade of blue. Some things are underlined, some are struck through. Personally, as someone who has experience in amending and editing bylaws and policies for organizations, I do find this inconsistent system to be a little confusing. A simple develop key that is noted at the beginning of each policy update would be helpful to the average person that isn't familiar with what's happening in that document. On that note, regarding this policy, reorganization meetings are meant for the incoming or new board. The way this policy reads does not seem to fully mesh with the statutes that were cited. In my experience serving on boards, most often as the secretary, it has always been the duty of the secretary to call a reorganization meeting to order and to oversee the election of a temporary president to preside over the meeting. The way the current proposal reads, for example, would have had, say, Mr. Nelson or Mr. Landis at the regular recent organization meeting, or you, Mr. Keith, at the meeting last year as the president. Um, the, sorry, I lost my spot. And I do know some of you may find pronouns to be woke. However, you still need one where you removed the words his/her. I might suggest that the edit be, quote, their official, because even though they, them, their can be used as a singular gender neutral pronoun, in this case, it would serve as a possessive pronoun. I'm also wondering a couple things such as, what does the removal clause specifically apply to? Regarding the committee's portion, will these meetings be advertised and open to the public or live streamed? And does the consultant portion prohibit such organizations such as Independence Law Center, Heritage Foundation, or Vermillion from being brought on as consultants? Thank you.
We have Richard Betzler on the policy 005.
Just a quick note to say that I think the rule on appointing and employing and retaining consultants would be stronger if the connection to a particular commercial product is more than simply discouraged, but there should be an outright prohibition against any kind of conflict of interest. And if somebody's in any way connected to a product or an organization or anything that could be a financial gain, then they should be considered a vendor and never appointed or employed as a consultant.
And that's all the public comments have for today. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Moving on to the report of the president. There it is. Sorry, folks. An executive session was held prior to tonight's meeting to discuss legal matters, school safety matters, and personnel matters, including staff appointments and resignations. And that session lasted approximately 1 hour. Gallagher, I'm going to ask you for the report of the superintendent and the role of the consent, please.
Yeah, I want to thank all of our teachers and students who, for a season of successful holiday concerts. Our last concert is tonight. There's nothing quite like hearing students performing to create holiday spirit. And it's our music program, second to none. And they will all be broadcast on SATV once they're all produced and everything. So you could enjoy them on the holiday season. I had the treat to have 3 board members join me, Mrs. Gail, Mrs. Wisser, and Mr. Braun, at the winter workshop today at the high school, where first graders from each school are assigned time slots to come over and spend time in the tech ed department and doing different first grade activities that our high school students organize and work with the young children. And it was a lot of fun today. They added some new type of activities. And the first graders, this is usually their first official experience at the high school. And they are overwhelmed in the beginning, but they love walking around the high school, seeing high school students, and it's a lot of fun. And we have the last day is tomorrow. And I've gotten lots of feedback from high school students, imagine this, that they love the 2-hour delays. And could we have them? So I will do them when we meet. That's what I tell them. But they did thank me. We really do have respectful students in our schools. And I want to, on behalf of the administration, wish the community a happy holidays, a safe holiday. I know I will be spending time with my family, which is always fun. For a moment, it's fun. I have a very good family, and I wish the best for you and all of you in the new year. And it's going to be a good year.
Want to go on to consent?
At this time, I would like to recommend to the board that they approve the consent action items 8.2 to 8.12 as presented. Board members are invited to remove an item from the consent action agenda if further discussion is needed. Items on the consent action agenda that would be considered motions for approval are board meeting minutes, financial statements and check listings, ratify requests to attend conferences and workshops, approve requests for out-of-state and overnight field trips, approve personnel items, approve second reading of policy 005, organization, approve the disposal of excess, obsolete, and non-repairable equipment.
Thank you. Yeah, we mentioned board members can remove. Is there any concerns? Anything to be removed?
I would like to remove 8.2 for further discussion.
Anything else? All right, folks, so what that means is item 8.2 will come off of consent. After we're done with the consent agenda, we will vote on that separately. So may I have a motion to entertain all the items on consent minus 8.2? Second motion by Mr. Barnes, may I have a second? Second. Second by Mr. Braun, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? That motion carries. Calendar 8.2.
8.2 is the minutes from the November 12th and 20th board meetings. The administration is recommending that these minutes be officially approved and put into.
Is there a motion for this 8.2? Moved. Is there a second for the 8.2? Second. I have a motion by Mr. Braun, second by Mr. Formica. All those in favor, aye. All those opposed?
Nay.
Where's the discussion?
Everybody. So, the reason I want to have a discussion is because I want the public to be aware of the process that takes place. I know I personally have had the opportunity to review draft minutes and provide feedback, and that feedback has been incorporated. But I think it's important that the public understand the process, so that discussion.
Sure. The minutes are in draft form. They are not officially approved minutes. And they do not become publicly available until they're right to knowable. And that is when the board approves them. And that's why the public doesn't see the draft minutes.
All due respect, other districts do provide draft minutes, so that's why I need to raise this for discussion.
Appreciate it. Questions and comments.
Excuse me, so are we saying that for every set of minutes that you guys approved, I should write a right to know request for?
What we're saying is Mrs. DeJaso is asked to take it off consent. She has the right to have a discussion. If you have a public comment about it, you're more than welcome.
Well, if I knew this was gonna happen, I would have signed up.
Maybe talk to Mrs. DeJaso then. Did you have other public comments? We had other board members that technically wish to comment?
Yeah, I just, wanted to echo what Mrs. DeJaso, has said in that, I wanted this item off the consent agenda. And I wanted it to be known publicly that the board does get the minutes prior, and we've all made, edits and asked clarifying questions, and everything has been clarified. I personally, I don't oppose the actual minutes. It is the process. And that's why we've asked for it to be removed and voted on separately. So I appreciate the opportunity to do that.
Certainly. Any other comments?
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. The importance of the minutes, so the board at least cannot be understated, as we know with the videotaping policy, which is more transparency. The official recording or the official record of the minutes is not the recording, is the draft, the written minutes. So that's why it's extremely important that I think procedurally we try and get this right. So thank you, Mr. President and Superintendent, for allowing me to comment. Thank you.
Certainly. Do we have any other comments? Okay, I did hear some yeas and some nays, so I'm gonna ask for a roll call, so it's just clear. Mr. Taylor, you will do a roll call, please?
Mr. Barnes.
Let me just clarify, if you're voting yes, you're voting in favor of 8.2. If you're voting no, you're against 8.2.
Yes. Mr. Braun.
Yes.
Ms. Beautycomfort.
Yes.
Mr. Jason.
Yes.
Mr. Formica.
Yes.
Mr. Keith.
Yes.
Mr. Shushay.
Yes.
Ms. Wheeler.
Yes.
Ms. Swisser.
Yes.
And the motion passes.
Thank you. Thank you for the comments, folks.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Dr. Galvin. All right, let's move on to future meetings. There are a few as always. There it is, January 14th. that new year. Believe it or not, folks, we have board committee meetings back here at 6:30. January 21, North Monfield Technical Career Center. The JOC meeting is referring to at 1265 Sutherland Town. Strong, is that still virtual or is that in person?
The next two meetings will be, some virtual.
Understood. Thank you so much. January 22nd, we're right back here at 7 p.m. And then the 28th of January, the NCIU has their board of directors meeting that is located at 2 West Lafayette. For the solicitor.
Good evening, everyone. Just want to wish everyone a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and I hope everyone has a happy and prosperous new year.
Dr. Gallagher, any unfinished business from the board?
Just want to thank, Monday night, the tech school did its annual holiday dinner, which invites all of the, board members and standing board members from all the 5 standing schools, which is the fact, and with the Hicken, PV, and SOUDERTON. And all the food is prepared by the students. They do a fabulous job. Great, and I just want to thanks out to SOUDERTON students that participated in the cooking of the food. And again, thank you very much. They did the reorganization of the JSC down there, and so that's all it's done at that meeting. Thank you very much.
And just to add to that, there was a tour of Italy, different regions of Italy, they set up food station. And I don't know about you, but I ate too much.
Thanks, an excellent service too. No doubt about that. All right, just public comments, please, on the agenda.
First, we have Janet Prozak on the oath of office.
Thank you and Merry Christmas. I was present online at the December oath of office ceremony. Once all 4 new directors were sworn in or affirmed into office, I heard the judge make a request by Oliver and Vice. He said, please keep politics out of this. And what happened immediately after? There was a nomination for Mr. Key to be board president and for Mr. Braun to take on the role of vice president. There were no other nominations. And I have to say that these 2 board members have the most experience and are more than qualified for their roles to which they were nominated. There was a roll call vote first for Mr. Keith as president. And the new board members voted no. Each one of them voted no. Then there was a roll call vote for Mr. Braun as vice president. Again, each of the new 4 school board members voted no. A 2-year-old can vote no with the same thought process that each of you put into your vote. Against the advice of the judge, you made your very first vote political. To use your own words, shame on you.
Carl Kiesel on board comments.
Good evening. To the 4 newly elected board members, I have a few questions. Over the last few years, the 4 of you repeatedly trashed the school district and the board using misleading buzzwords like transparency. Heard that earlier tonight. And knowingly misled the public to believe the board and the school district has been dishonest, that wrongdoing was the norm, that funds were missing, and you purposely went out of your way to insinuate much was being hidden. One, I'd like to know when the facts supporting this will be presented to the public because we have the right to know. Heard that too. Are there actual hard facts that prove any of these allegations? In my opinion, and based on no negative findings being presented, it seems like you have misled the public. That doesn't happen too often. When will you inform us, the public, that it was all deception, there was in fact no wrongdoing? Seems that you purposely misled the public so you could get elected. It should be mandatory for all of you to retract all of your false accusations. Ms. Wisser, it is public knowledge you're suing the Souderton Area School District over some of their previous policies. And I would like to know when you plan to share the fact you misled our community and in turn wasted our tax dollars on these frivolous lawsuits with no apparent proven reasons. Dollars that could have been used on the educating of our children, most important, were instead wasted by our school district to defend against your personal vendetta. I, for one, am very disappointed that our tax dollars were wasted in this way. You went out of your way to imply wrongdoing when none existed. You then backed it up with wild allegations and a ridiculous lawsuit to back up the scheme. All this without regard to who you impacted, and it seems that you purposely misled the public to win this election. I've not heard any evidence that backs up your bogus allegations. You and your newly elected board members seem to have been blinded by your own lies. It is ironic, the recent signs posted around our school district stating, "Souderton deserves better," is now true. We definitely deserve better. We all deserve better. Patronizing the community with your worries and excuses is not a defense. You went on a witch hunt, found nothing, instead of walking away, you dug in, fabricated lies and stuck to it. I can only imagine how many tax dollars were wasted for this purpose. You put your political ideology, heard that earlier tonight, and political gain ahead of the community's children. Up to this point, our school district is doing a great job. My sons both graduated from Souderton. Awesome experience in educating our children and preparing them for a bright future. It is my hope and my wish that everyone here can get back to the sacred task. Let's stop all the games, rhetoric, and personal.
Time's up.
And give our children the best chance to succeed. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Well, first off, I think, we do have, 4 new members that are getting their water under their feet, so to speak, and I think, I hope that they will come through with their promises in time. Side note, the Pullman Gate was closed, after the concerts I attended the last couple weeks. There was a basketball game the one night in addition to a concert.
Mr. Waldenberg, you signed up for iPads?
Yes, I just added a comment. Anyway, recently I had seen a community project going around called Wait Until 8th, which focuses on delayed smartphone uses for kids until 8th grade. I believe there are members of this community who have circulated that pledge, and with some minor variances, I do agree with this initiative. I recently did see an article from NBC News with a similar initiative called Schools Beyond Screens, which highlighted an issue I'm sure many families across our district have experienced firsthand. Now that planning for the 26-27 school year is in effect, I hope you'll consider a revision to curriculum that will have school issue tech not sent home for K through 5. Currently, elementary students are issued an iPad, which is used for a variety of school-related work in class and at home. And while I support the idea of using technology to help reduce the amount of paper consumed, I think that should be reevaluated. I'm not the only parent that has seen problems at some point or another with these devices being used. We already have personal device ban on our middle and high school students that prohibits students from having their phones or smartwatches out during the day. Allowing unfettered access to school issued devices outside of school could be a good yin to the yang in this. Many parents have rallied to ban books with materials they object to, but they often forget that other objectionable material can be still accessed with these devices. Not only would there be safety benefits, such as preventing online stranger danger, but maybe more kids will be reading physical books and wanting to play outside and run around like we did as kids. I'm not claiming that I have the answers and solutions, but I hope this is something that we can come together between our elected officials and parents to bring feedback from both sides and develop a plan to implement next fall. Thank you.
Richard Detweiler and ask objections.
Couple of questions. I thought there was a rule that said that public commenters could only address the president of the board and not individuals. So when the outrageous attacks on the 4 newly elected members were just made and addressed to them, I think they should have been stopped in their tracks and not allowed to proceed. That's tonight's objection. My other question is regarding objections that were raised by the public at the November 26th special meeting and the December 1st reorganization meeting. Will there be a response to those objections is my question. And when can we expect to hear them?
Mr. Detweiler, if you want to come up and chat with the administration, I think if I remember correctly, sir, you had voiced a legal objection, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, there was also an objection on the propriety and legality of actions taken by the board
As I stated.
at the November 26th meeting also, at which 30+ people stood to add their names to the objection. So I'd like to see where that is in the record, and I'd like to see what kind of response is going to be given.
I would invite you to speak to the administration, and I would also invite you to, from a legal standpoint, speak to the solicitor if he wants to address it now. That's
Well, it's a public objection. I think the solicitor could give a public answer to the public.
up to you, sir.
And if not now, at some future date.
I'll invite you to come up and have a conversation with them anytime. We appreciate your public comment, but thank you. Stands with you.
No, I'm not going to engage in a legal debate. Certainly, my understanding of the objection were noted in the minutes. Yeah, so.
And if the minutes were included with the agenda, wow, we all see that.
What does it mean to note an objection rather than to respond to it? Richard, you're out of order.
Thank you. The legal obligation under the Sunshine Act is to note the minutes of the objection. They note the objection in the minutes. That is the extent of the obligation. And certainly, obviously, if the board agrees with the objection, they will change your course at that time. Mr. Taylor, next.
That's the public comment.
Dr. Gallagher.
Yeah, I just want to let the board members know the annual tradition that Mr. Nelson did was provide board member and staff point seven. So when you're done here, if you can pick out the point seven you want, administration will go last and board members. Okay. That's all.
Thank you, Dr. Gallagher. Folks, we're determining time. We got through before we leave. The second was by Dr. Gallagher earlier. We are at that time. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Happy New Year and Happy Holidays. Of course, however you celebrate it, I hope it's joyful, I hope it's peaceful, I hope it's restful, and it's quite enjoyable for you and your families. 2026, guys, hard to believe it's here. In literally a matter of days, you'll be back. And with a new year comes a new possibility. So I hope you all embrace that possibility. Look forward to seeing everybody back here in just a matter of weeks. Board members, may I have a motion for adjournment, please? Second. Second by Mr. Mike. In favor, aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Yes.
Your call. You have your favorite talent. They come right to it. He's got spring. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay, I just heard someone call. Yeah. Okay. keep us active and bring the funds. Yeah. I carry things. Not in this case. Shocking. Yeah. Alright. We have.